Hi, my name is Moshe Zeldman. I'm a teacher at Aish HaTorah in Jerusalem. Imagine you're sitting on the train, you're sitting on the subway, talking on your phone to a friend about plans for Rosh Hashanah, Passover. You hang up the phone, and the guy beside you says, "Did you say something about Passover? Are you like Jewish or something?" And you feel a little weird, and you say, "Yeah, I'm Jewish." So the person says, "I've always wondered, what exactly are you guys? What does it mean to be Jewish? Is it like a club or something? Like, who are you guys? What do you guys do? What does it mean to be Jewish?" So here you have 3 minutes to talk to this person about what being Jewish is. So you say, it's a religion. There's Jews, there's Christians, there's Buddhists, there's Muslims. I'm Jewish. So the man says to you, "Oh, you're religious?" So you say, "Well, no, I'm actually not religious at all, but I'm Jewish anyway." And he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, so it's a religious thing, but you don't have to be religious to be part of it?" Then that doesn't really make any sense, because Christians believe in Jesus, right? And Buddhists believe in Buddha. But being Jewish, you don't have to believe anything and you're still Jewish? Then you're not a religion. So you take a second attempt and you say, "Well, you're right. You know what it really is? I'm Jewish not because of what I believe in. I'm Jewish because we're like a nation. We're a nation. All Jews are part of this thing called the Jewish people." So he says to you, "Oh, where does the nation live? In Israel?" So you say, "Yeah, but I don't really live in Israel." And he says, "What language do you guys speak? Hebrew?" You say, "Yeah, but I don't really speak Hebrew." And you say, "Well, how do Jews dress? And what's your culture? And what's your history?" And you say, "Well, the truth is, we live in lots of countries, we speak lots of languages, we dress in lots of different ways, we eat lots of different foods, we have lots of different histories. There's Ethiopian Jews and Yemenite Jews and Sephardic Jews and Ashkenazi Jews, and we live all over the place." So he looks at you and says, "Then you're not really a nation either. Because French people live in France and they speak French, and Italian people live in Italy and they speak Italian. So you're not really a nation. So what makes you Jewish? What ties all Jews together?" So you take a third attempt and you say, "You know what it is? We're all Jewish because we come from our Jewish parents." It's like, you're right, it's not a religion, it's not a nationhood, it's like a race. We're all part of the same race. We're ethnically Jews. So this non-Jew says to you, "Well, I did hear there's a thing called converts. You don't have to be born Jewish to become Jewish. So you can't be a race either. Because there's Chinese people who are Chinese because their parents are Chinese. But being Jewish has nothing to do with that, because you can be Jewish just because you chose to be Jewish. That's not a race. So you're not really a religion, and you're not really a nation, and you're not really a race. So what the heck are you?" And if you think about it, you gather a group of Jews into a room, look at any Jewish gathering, and you say, what's the one thing that ties us all together? Where no matter what we live and what language we speak and what religion we follow and whatever we practice, whatever we believe, whatever we come from, whatever our ancestry is, converts, non-converts, what binds us together? What makes us Jews? It's so unusual. So this question bothered me for years until I finally found an answer. Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, in one of his books, writes that the Jewish people are called one thing consistently in the entire Torah. We're called Bnei Yisrael, the children of Israel. So when I read that, I thought about it. What does it mean that we're all the children of Israel? Who's Israel? Well, if you look biblically, Israel is this fellow named Jacob. His name got changed to Israel. But really, we're called the children of Jacob. The children of Israel is the children of Jacob. We're all Jake's kids. Every Jew you meet in the world is just another one of Jake's kids. So when you realize that for every Jew you ever bump into, you're bumping into another one of Jake's kids, what does that define us all as? It defines us as a family. Being Jewish is you're part of this special thing called the Jewish family. How do we understand converts? A convert is somebody who got adopted into the family. And when you adopt somebody new into your family, they're part of your family just like everybody else. They take on your name, they sit at the dinner table with you, you treat them like all your other kids. Your family is your family. When I discovered this idea, I was sitting in a bookstore. I started walking down the stairs of the old city to the Kotel because I was going to go and pray. And I looked around me at all of these Jews, secular Israeli soldiers, Hasidim, American tourists, Ethiopian Jews, people arguing with each other in a very Israeli way. I looked around me and I said, wow, you know what Jews really are? We're like the world's biggest, most dysfunctional family. That's who we really are. And yet somehow we stick together, somehow we know we're all in the same boat, and somehow we know whether you're a practicer of Judaism or you're not, whether you're observant or you're not, whether you're living in Israel or you're not living in Israel, you speak the language, you know the customs, you follow the holidays or you don't, Jews are Jews. And if we know that we're a family, that's the glue that's going to help us stick together and love each other and stick throughout all time doing the job Jews are supposed to do in the world.